An email seen by Reuters, which also is saying the investigation is focusing on the preemptive pardons of several of Biden's family members, as well as the clemency of 37 federal inmates who were on death row. Pleased to bring in our panel now, constitutional law and Trump attorney Jesse Binnall with us, and former federal prosecutor Doug Burns. Guys, great to see you.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
So let's talk about Ed Martin and whether or not this will actually negate some of those moves. He was on Newsmax with our Ed Henry recently, and I believe we have this clip I'd like to share where he talked about the autopen and how serious of an egregious this could be.
They were in such a massive scope, going back in time, covering everything they ever did, and they happened to go right at many of the scandals of the Biden administration, the management of COVID, the January 6th Select Committee, or the Unselect Committee, as President Trump likes to call it, and on and on and on. And so the question is, did you look at the scope, then you look at what they were covering up, and then you say Joe Biden wasn't competent.
All right, so there you have it. There's also an op-ed in The Hill, interesting, written by 5 men, including Jesse Jackson Jr. and Michael Cohen, who were convicted of nonviolent federal crimes, who say these close associates, the pardons, raised serious ethical and legal concerns. The issue at hand was not about his legal right, but whether his cognitive condition affected the integrity of such decisions. Jesse, how far do you think we will see this go?
Well, I think Ed Martin is going to take this very seriously. I mean, Ed Martin is about one of the most tenacious lawyers that you're ever going to find. He's going to take this job very seriously. He's going to get to the bottom of it. And here's what I think it really boils down to. It boils down to, was it Joe Biden that was making the decisions on, whether to use the autopen or not? Was it Joe Biden that made the decision to issue the pardons? Or was it a staff member? I mean, we know at this point that his staff was doing a great deal of the decision-making, kind of presidency by committee, or, a family member. Was it the first lady that was making these decisions and not President Biden? If it actually was a staff member because Joe Biden's cognitive decline had advanced so much, then I think there's a real question about whether these are legally viable pardons. If it was President Biden that authorized the autopen to be used, then I think it's legally valid. But if not, I think we have some real questions here.
And Congress has some real questions, too. You brought up Joe Biden. She hasn't been called in, but James Comer of Kentucky, we know this, Doug, has called in close aides to President Biden. They want to know, he's saying basically maybe the 25th Amendment, Congress needs to sort of redraft it if there were people, including the doctor, and what did they know, when did they know it? Even in that op-ed we just put up, Doug, they're saying there, Congress should require competency reviews potentially for presidential pardons, and if those denied pardons should be reconsidered. So there's the Ed Martin track. There's also the congressional track. None of this is going away, even if Joe Biden hopes she can make it.
No, absolutely right. And I mean, I don't have a lot to add to the legal standard as Jesse laid it out. It's not really very complicated. Did he know exactly what was being done? Did he authorize that to be done? And I'll guarantee you that if there are questions about that, and if there really are serious issues about whether he authorized it, I'm going to tell you right now, Bianca and Jesse, there are a lot of nervous people around, because if somebody cooperates, if somebody gets immunity, you're going to see all hell break loose, honestly.